Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be reviewing a very highly hyped up concealer that is very cheap, and it's a new concealer out from Revolution. So this is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. So this is Revolution's new concealer. This is only £4 and I got mine in Superdrug. The fact that this is a £4 concealer and there's 18 shades in this collection, I know the deeper shades don't have great undertones, they're all very cool, but to still have 18 shades and to go as deep and as dark as this collection does. If I can find a photo with all the swatches of every shade in this concealer, then I'll put it on the side of the screen. But this concealer comes in so many different shades, and what I love about it as well, it comes in a shade light enough for even me to highlight with. So I got 4 shades in it just to kind of see the different undertones of the paler, more lighter shades. So I got C1, C3, C5 and C7. They do have like a good range of undertones. C1 is like a nice neutral to yellow undertone, which is lovely if you have pale skin because it's not really pink. C3 has more of a pinky undertone, C5 has more of a peachy undertone, and C7 has more of a yellow undertone. So they do have a good range of undertones and shades available, and for only £4 it's a good one. So I've already tried this out and worn it all day, and I already have my thoughts on it, but I'm going to do a wee demo and show you how I apply it and how I blend it in, so you can see the difference between one eye and the other eye. I only have a wee bit of foundation on. I have the Cosmetics CC cream on and a wee bit of the Marc Jacobs Remarkable foundation as concealer, just on any blemishes on my face, but there's absolutely nothing under my eyes. Hopefully you can see under my eyes I do have quite a bit of darkness and blue tones under my eyes, and I'm not going to use any corrector or anything with these today. I just want to see the coverage of these on their own and how they like sit in the skin and all that there. So if you want to see my full thoughts and how it applies and blends and everything, then just keep watching. So I'm going to use the shade C1, the lightest shade in the collection. And this shade C1 actually goes lighter than Urban Decay Fair Neutral, which is their lightest shade in their Naked Skin Concealer, which I use every single day. So it's really good that a drugstore foundation have went lighter than your high-end concealers. I'm going to start out on this under eye. Anyway, so I'm just going to start to apply this. I'm going to focus it mainly here, but also drag it down into a wee triangle under my eyes. It is quite a thick concealer. It's not a really kind of thin, liquidy concealer. It is quite a thick concealer, but it doesn't feel really heavy on the skin. I'm going to start off with that amount. To blend it, I'm going to use the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Now, the reason that this isn't damp, I find this blends in so much better with a dry sponge. It doesn't soak up any of the coverage and it keeps the coverage really strong. So I do use a dry sponge. It's probably the only time that I actually like using a dry sponge to blend out anything. But yeah, this works really well with the dry sponge. So I'm just going to start dabbing it in. You can see the difference already, how bright this under eye looks. That is with one layer, and that's probably enough for most people, but I do like quite a good full coverage underneath my eyes. So I do just apply a wee bit more just right here where I'm a wee bit blue. It's not showing up on camera, I don't think, but I still can see a wee bit of blue in person. So I'm just applying just a wee bit more here. It does blend really, really nicely on the skin. It doesn't, you know, it's not a really hard to blend concealer. It doesn't dry really quickly. It does set down pretty fast, but you do have that kind of enough time to really make sure it's properly blended. So that is with 2 layers on this eye, and you can see the difference with and without. It looks really, really bright on camera, I think. I can't really see the camera because it's quite far away. But I think it looks quite bright in camera, but in real life it looks like a nice, just natural highlighted shade. So hopefully you can see the difference that this concealer makes. It doesn't feel like really heavy on your skin or anything. It does feel nice and lightweight, but it does give good coverage. I do find that a wee bit of darkness still peeks through right here, but it does make a really good difference, and it does last really well. Now, I haven't set that. It has already creased under my eyes. Now, which I always say, I'm 18, so if it creases on me, an 18-year-old, it's probably going to crease on a 40-year-old. So maybe this isn't a concealer that I would recommend for a more mature woman. Again, it's just kind of personal preference. I don't really like it when a concealer creases under my eyes, but again, if you set it with a powder, you shouldn't have an issue with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then I'm going to show you how I set it. I think the trick with this concealer is, if you want it to look really nice and if you want it to wear for a really long time, you have to set it, and you have to set it kind of immediately. It does make a huge difference when you set this powder. So I'm just going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder. I talked about this in my video yesterday, so if you want to go and watch that, then it will be linked in the wee card, in the wee like I button at the top here. I talked about all the different tips and tricks for oily skin. That is the concealer on. I'm just going to go and finish the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to tell you what I think of the concealer. So that is the rest of my makeup on, but I love this concealer. I think it's a great concealer. It does the job, and for £4 it is absolutely amazing. And for something that's really cheap and affordable, this is amazing. I would totally recommend that you go out and buy this. It is a great concealer. I can see it working for most skin types. Even if you're dry, this isn't a really drying concealer either. It does have that kind of wee bit more moisture in it as well, so even if you're dry skin, you still can use this. I think it's gorgeous. It sits on the skin really nicely, and it does wear throughout the day as long as you set it with a powder. It does wear really well, and yeah, I think it's brilliant. It does cover what you need to cover. For £4 it's a complete bargain. And if you're looking for a really good concealer but you don't want to spend a load of money on a concealer, definitely check this one out. It definitely is my favourite affordable concealer that I've ever tried. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, like how to review videos, let me know. Subscribe and hit the wee bell beside the subscribe button, and also follow me on all the social medias, which will be here, and I will see you in my next video.